It was a chilly October evening, and a dense fog crept through the streets, enveloping everything in an eerie cloak. The neighborhood was known for its historic charm, but that night, Scary Street lived up to its ominous reputation. As the clock struck midnight, a lone figure named Emily decided to take a shortcut through Scary Street. She had heard the legends of strange occurrences and ghostly sightings, but dismissively chalked them up to local folklore. Unbeknownst to her, this night would be different. The street lamps flickered intermittently, casting long shadows that seemed to dance with the wind. Emily quickened her pace, her footsteps echoing in the silent night. The only sound was the distant howling of a lonely wind. As Emily walked past a row of old houses, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Glancing over her shoulder, she caught a glimpse of a shadow darting between two houses. Her heart raced, but she tried to convince herself it was just a trick of the light. Turning a corner, Emily found herself on a desolate stretch of Scary Street. The houses here looked abandoned, their windows boarded up. A cold breeze sent shivers down her spine as she noticed a dim light flickering in one of the windows. Against her better judgment, curiosity got the better of her, and she approached the ominous house. The creaky gate swung open with an eerie groan as Emily stepped onto the overgrown path. The flickering light drew her attention to the front door, which swung open with a slow, ominous creak as if welcoming her inside. The air inside the house felt thick with the weight of history. Dust particles danced in the dim light as Emily cautiously explored the rooms. Faint whispers echoed through the corridors, and the temperature seemed to drop with each step she took. As she reached the staircase, a chilling voice echoed from the darkness, "Leave this place." Emily froze, her breath catching in her throat. The voice seemed to come from all directions, as if the very walls were speaking to her. Panic set in, but she couldn't find the exit. Desperation gripped her as she stumbled through the dimly lit hallways. Portraits of people long forgotten adorned the walls, their eyes seemingly following her every move. Doors slammed shut behind her, trapping her in a maze of darkness. With each passing moment, the whispers grew louder, their words indistinct but filled with a haunting urgency. Emily felt a cold hand on her shoulder, and she spun around to find herself face to face with a spectral figure, its eyes empty voids staring into her soul. Terrified, Emily let out a piercing scream as the apparition vanished before her eyes. The house seemed to groan and moan, as if releasing the trapped spirits that haunted its halls for centuries. The temperature plummeted, and Emily felt an otherworldly presence surround her. In a burst of adrenaline, she raced towards the front door, flinging it open. The fog outside had thickened, swallowing the house in an impenetrable mist. Emily stumbled out onto the overgrown path, gasping for breath as she looked back at the now silent, foreboding house. Scary Street had claimed another victim that night, and as the first light of dawn broke through the fog, the street returned to its tranquil facade, concealing the horrors that unfolded in the darkness. From that night forward, the locals spoke of the haunted house on Scary Street, warning others to steer clear, especially on cold, foggy nights when the spirits of the past roamed freely. Emily, however, carried the memories of that terrifying night with her, a chilling reminder that some legends are more than just stories.